Hey folks, how we doing? It's 8:26 p.m. Friday, December 25th. Um, I'm not, I'm not feeling so high right now, so I guess this will be a little different. Um, I'm getting drained down, and it's it's actually nice. Um, anyway, there's something I just realized kind of popped into my head. Uh, and then when it did, Black Panther, my old Black Panther buddy, um, he was bugging me to hurry up and just go lay down and go to sleep. Um, anyway, sorry. Anyway, uh, but when this popped into my head and I thought about it, then he thought that'd be a good idea too. So let's do it. I don't know if anyone ever talks about it. I guess someone does, but a lot of us get attacked a lot, metaphysically, uh, by spirit, and I figured I've been attacked more than anyone else, and all the fighting I've done. That's what I am inside. That's what I do. Um, so I maybe should talk about it. I'm going to make this as short as possible. There's different things that have attacked me. And this isn't about me. We're going to talk about everything here. But the best way for us to understand things ourselves is to go through it ourselves. The best way to understand, sometimes the best way to help someone else understand something is by explaining to them what you went through. Anyway, going at the original first being male and female, they were incredible manipulators. They were incredible planners. If they were chess players, they'd be the best ever. They knew how to manipulate your mind, your thoughts, your body, your emotions. Many people at one time, DNA. Problem is, they always did it to abuse everyone. But anyway, when they were attacking me, they'd slip into my head, and then I'd literally feel them inside my head. At first, they were in there, and I didn't think anything of it. Sorry, I'm slurring my words. No, it's not a night of festivity and drinking. I did have a couple glasses of wine, but for me, if I don't drink half a bottle, that's nothing. All that is calming down my head. I'm just not feeling good. Anyway, anyway, when the original male and female would come at me, they'd be in and out of my head all the time anyway, and they knew how to get in and out better than anyone else. And when they started working, you could feel like a sharp, piercing pain on the left side of the brain where they're trying to get into the conscious mind to run you. They're attacking the spirit of the planet because it was a lot weaker than me. Of course, I was bonded with it, but still, it was the easiest way to get a hold of me. Plus, it's more controlling motor function inside your body. That way, they can control your movements a little better. One time, the original female, years and years and years ago, told me that this one woman, she might be the one you had this baby with. And I'm like, no, that ain't gonna happen. She's like my sister. And she said, maybe. And I said, if that's what you want, I said, screw you. It ain't gonna happen. And then I was going down I have a little like tri-level house. I went down to the bottom, few steps to go into the bottom level, and I got to the very last step. I was picking my left leg up, and then literally she locked it. And then I went forward, just leaned forward, and at the last moment she released my arms so I could pull my arms up, and I smacked my arm here so hard that it was about 3 weeks, almost 3 weeks. I had a huge bruise. I mean, it hurt like hell. And then I stood up, and then I went right to the top of the stairs, and I said, okay, you think you're smart? I said, you can never do that to me again. And you know what? She never could. She wasn't strong enough. I had to find out the hard way. Now, when something's really strong like that, it can run you. Okay? It'll literally control you. And when I say control you, I mean control your muscles. Take over your body and run you. It's just, you have no control. It happened to me once, and as soon as I knew it could happen, I made my mindset that can never happen again, and it never did. But I'm different, okay? There's been a lot of people, sometimes when you're laying in bed and you go to get up, you get, it's almost like a panic attack. You feel pressure on your chest, and you can't hardly get up. Or you can't get up, and sometimes you can't even move. That would be 9 times out of 10. That was angels holding you down, keeping you from moving. Give you a panic attack and mess with you. Sure, why not? They were servants. They did what they were told, and they didn't care about you. They didn't have hard energy. They were just light vibration, easy to control. Some of the stuff they did, there were some angels that were kind of nasty. At least 97 to 99% of all them are dead. Angels, when angels attack you, they take their energy, put it down into your upper crown, through the middle crown, and down to the through the bottom crown and into the hypothalamus. And literally, that's your understanding center. The hypothalamus in that area is the understanding center of your brain. They literally run you. You left turn, right. They weren't controlling your muscles. They were controlling your mind, which was controlling your muscles. Okay, it's different. It's not like your body being totally taken over. That's how they would freeze you in bed. You'd feel like you couldn't get up. You'd feel like there was pressure on you sometimes. So they would put their energy in your head and control you so you couldn't move your arms. You had no muscle control. But then they put a little pressure on you too. That's, really to scare you. You're being attacked by a demon. Now you're being attacked by those wonderful angels that were there to protect you. And when an angel gets in your head, you can't hardly feel it. You can't hardly feel it at all. They're super slick. You don't, when the first angels, the second angels don't do that. You can't feel them. They were made to do that. You don't know until you start doing stupid stuff. And then once that happens, then you go look and then you can see it. If you could, if you awake enough yet. Damn. Anyway, also, these souls that are running around attacking everyone, they're so soft that you can't feel them when they touch you. You don't know they're there until you start saying things or thinking things that aren't right. Then you say, wait a minute, that's not me. It's like when I've told you about one time when negativity touched me when I was sleeping. It left a little bit of a negative attitude on me. And I couldn't tell if I had it or not. I said, damn, I hope it didn't leave that negative attitude on me. Hey, Herky, honey. Can you lay down with Daddy? I love you, buddy. That's brand new sheets. Yes, it is. Oh, wait a minute. No, it's not. I didn't get that one yet. That's about 3 days old. It's still clean. Anyway, sorry, I'm having a hard time thinking. Anyway, oh yeah. So after the negativity, um, something negative touched me. I went downstairs and I looked out the sliding glass door, and there's a big oak tree that's really nice out there, and there were two squirrels going like this around the tree, and they were playing, and I looked at it and I said, "Oh, that's so cute! Look at those poor little miserable bastards." And I'm like, "Okay," it touched me. So I sat down and relaxed for a minute, took in a good breath of clean air, and just relaxed and just tossed it off me. And just let that negativity go, and the planet will take it. Um, the other source pairs that were out there, very big, very strong, they go and attack me going into the head, and it felt like someone putting a spear in your head, 10-foot spear in your head. When Armelius, before I killed him, finished killing him, it was like, and I miss him, I love him, but he just wouldn't stop. He thought he was doing the right thing, he was wrong. He had a lot of hope in him, but he's totally gone, wouldn't stop attacking. It was literally like having a drill bit put right in my brain. And then it took a while for me to, fix what the damage that he did to me. The original male and female, I was just barely starting to wake up, and I'd see them on me, and I'd literally just, blow them off. And that's when the female told the male, hey, he's strong. He's getting too strong. And then I was in their heads. I've always been able to go into any spirit, anything, and just rip out thoughts. They wouldn't even know I'm there. It's just from being stronger than them. So sometimes I'd just laugh at them and tell them what they were saying. And then I did that at that same night. And then the male, the original male, told the original female, yeah, she said he's too aware, he's seen everything, and he said in his head, he didn't tell her, but he said in his head, I'll fix that tonight. And sure enough, that next morning I woke up while I was asleep, my conscious mind was relaxing. He literally went into my head and did something in my brain that it wasn't until recently they started getting rid of, and still it was physical matter change in my brain that made it harder for me to see. So there's a lot of people, when a soul is 27% negative or more, especially when they're sleeping, a more negative soul can come in and want to come in and run the body, and that soul might go ahead and say, sure, why not? And if that happens, then a negative soul going into the body comes in, usually through the head, and then the soul, the core energy that had the soul in it that was in there, literally starts spreading out and going just under and over the skin, okay? And then this other entity, this other soul, dark soul that comes in, goes into the body, okay, into the core energy. That's not supposed to happen. It's not supposed to be allowed. It always was, because the original first being male and female knew that caused a lot of stress on the spirit there. It caused more stress on everyone this person knew. So for them it was a win-win scenario. The more stress on the spirit, the larger it would grow when it came out of the body. So it's everyone's been messed with every life, almost all the time. Sometimes you blurt something out and it's like, okay, why the hell did I do that? If it wasn't to help someone out, it sure was to screw you. Sometimes your spirit guides were made to do that. All that's being taken away. excuse me, all that's being stopped. But I've had some of you call and, literally you've had stuff actually push you, shove you, hurt your arm or leg, angels attacking you. Every time you call and tell me about it, I've always killed them. There's a lot of you out there that know that. It's my job. Anyway. Sometimes when something attacks you like that and it goes after you, messing with your head, it can be vicious. When you have if you have something stuck on your head, you can grab it and pull it off and throw it away. When it's energy and it's in there messing with you, you can't just take it off. It has to be taken off for you, or you have to be strong enough to kill it. But it's so easy for something to slip in there and start messing with you on a low level and just keep messing with you, and you're not even aware of what's going on. And then someone tells you, you got something hanging on you, and the first thing they can do is, no, I don't. Because what's starting to run your mind is actually saying, no, there's nothing on us. And then the person says, no, there's nothing on us. That kind of stuff. One soul can mess with you a little bit. If you get 6 or 7 on you, they'll run you 24/7. And they'll laugh about it. Makes them feel like, quote unquote, God. That's the truth of what's on the other. Well, there's still some of it on the other side right now with the other souls. But that's the way everything was set up. It's for everyone to be abused. It's insanity. But it's all changing, and it's about to finally make a complete turnaround here soon. Anyway, I just want to get that out. If someone tells you about an experience they're having, and you can look in their eyes and trust your heart and your gut and trust your physical abilities, looking at them where it seems like they're probably telling the truth, it would be nice if you listened to them, not just to be compassionate to a friend, but to learn more for yourself. There's also another thing too, the folks in the trip chairs, when they go at you, they can put pressure on your head. They'll go around here sometimes, but they'll more often try to go in hard in the left ear. But spirit guides are doing that right now with a lot of people too, going in your left ear kind of hard, trying to get you to wake up. When they go in your left ear, it's usually they're trying to get you to actually hear them. But that's why when you feel something on your head or touching you, you have to really feel it. Feel the intention behind the spirit, okay? See if it's if the feeling you get is it wants to harm you or control you or something. Is it there to help? Is it happy, loving? Is it arrogant? Is it abusive? Is it mean? You have to feel that. Well, there's more to it than that, but that'll give you, some good information. The biggest problem people are having now, and it's the slickest problem you could get, is these souls hanging on you. You have to be aware of when you say something out of character. Okay? Or if you're meaning to go drive down somewhere and all of a sudden you turn left and it's like, okay, instead of right. It's like, why'd I do that? And if you have a friend you care about and they tell you something about you not acting normal, maybe listen to them. Chances are you won't, Because if you're acting like that already, then you're being run anyway. Anything anyone tells you that's actually true about they're concerned about you, you're going to literally shut them down, sometimes aggressively, usually aggressively, because the soul's running you. They're not going to hear that. They're having a field day. All right, folks, that'll all stop soon. Okay, it's not gonna go on much longer. I'm gonna have to change my Skype here pretty soon, folks. I'm not feeling too good. Okay, and I know tomorrow's gonna get worse. I turned AC on in the house. It's a little warm in Atlanta, I guess, for this time of year, but I'm burning. I'm cooking. It's my can't even think. It's like the Sega antelope. My body's starting to fight itself, and hell, I welcome it. I need to get back to work. I've done all I can do here. I've only got about 3 or 4 more days, and I'll should be able to finish tying up all my loose ends. Sweating. Herky, he looks so good. Herky's tired. When it's time, he's just going to fall right away, and that's so nice. Anyway, so, sometimes people say garbage. Oh, I'm being attacked and everything else. Look at them. Use your abilities to feel it. But remember, there's a lot of that going on right now. All these loose souls running around. Anyone that they have a past life issue with, they're just giving them hell. I've seen it going on in the ships up there in space and everywhere else. It's not just here. It is in this basic area, though. And it'll stop, whatever. But anyway, that's a little bit. I've never talked too much about it. A little here, a little there, but I've never put anything kind of together about being attacked. And they go after children and everything else, and it can be clean energy doing it. It's abusive and arrogant. That's why it's all getting killed. That will not ever be accepted anymore. And why should it? I've had people actually tell me you don't have a right to kill that stuff, and I'm like, really? I said, let's see what happens when some of that attacks you, when you come running to me. And you say, Jay, you got to help me, you got to kill this. And I say, I don't know, I can't really do it. I don't have the right. It might change and it might learn from the experience. I don't have the right to do that. Hope and passion are awesome. They're necessary. But can't let them run wild. Anyway, I gotta go. I hope some of that might help some of you. But you need to be aware. You need to be careful. You need to be conscious of what's going on. Another couple months, that shouldn't be ever happening at all again. But there's still idiots and trip chairs and stuff too. So again, here's where it's so important to be self-aware, to be awake, to be able to feel changes in yourself to be sensitive to your own energy, and then to be able to see and feel other energy. Once you start doing it, folks, it's a normal thing. It's like breathing. It's like I tell people, as you're waking up, the meditation and all is really important. It's it's necessary, okay? But after about 20 times or 2.5 months, depending on how much you do it, it's a natural thing. You could be driving 180 miles an hour in a race car and be talking with your spirit guides. Well, folks, take care. Have a good night. Love you.